signing a new contract with Roberto Firmino. According to information received from sources close to Liverpool, Liverpool and Roberto Firmino have started negotiations for a new contract. The Brazilian national team player can extend his stay with the Reds until 2025. The 31-year-old's current contract with the Merseyside team expires at the end of the season. But talks between the two sides have been positive, and the striker dreams of staying at the club beyond 2023. However, Jürgen Klopp will be a big factor in Firmino's decision to put pen to paper for a new deal. The 31-year-old has a great relationship with the German coach. Earlier this year, Klopp extended his contract at Liverpool for another 2 years until 2026. However, given our current position in the Premier League, it is not yet clear whether the former Borussia Dortmund head coach will honor his commitment. As for the Brazilian, he was in good form for the Reds in the current campaign. The striker signed with Liverpool in the summer of 2015 and has since become a crucial player for the Anfield side. Alongside Mohamed Salah and Sadio Mane, Firmino formed one of the best offensive trio in world football. While leaving most of the scoring to the Egyptian and Senegalese player, the 31-year-old set out to become a link player and got creative in the middle. Unfortunately, injuries suffered in the previous campaign prevented the Brazilians match time. Liverpool reached 4 finals last season but lost the league on the last day. He was eliminated by Real Madrid in the Champions League. While Liverpool has been pretty depressing this season, Firmino is doing his thing. The 31-year-old player, who made 21 appearances in all competitions with his red jersey, scored 9 goals and made 4 assists. The Brazilian has been a great servant to the club over the years. While Darwin Nunez still appears to be in the process of moving to Anfield, it would be wise to keep an experienced centre-forward like Firmino for a few more years. Firmino's nickname this season is truly undeniable. Moreover, this performance took place after a new Gorvik was replaced. At the start of the season, he was expected to fall completely out of favor with the acquisition of Uruguay's Darwin Nunez, and he was expected to spend more time on the bench and become a mover. However, things did not go as expected and the Brazilian player exploded. Firmino never played due to his high tempo. The game mind and creativity have always displayed a prominent profile. Therefore, it would be foolish to expect his advancing age to affect his game. While many fans are pleased with Bobby's stay with the team, he has been criticized by some Tartars. But it is quite difficult and expensive to find someone of his quality. Besides, leaving it for free doesn't sound very wise. If the club offers him an optional contract and success bonuses are added, his performance can be predicted to remain at a high level. Bobby will fight for Liverpool for at least a few more years. Liverpool were close to signing Jude Bellingham. Liverpool were pretty close to securing Jude Bellingham's sensational signing over the summer. The Merseysiders were working to reach a deal with the 19-year-old World Cup sensation and were in talks with brokers about a potential deal. According to information received from a well-placed source, it is reported that the deal was almost done for Liverpool's transfer of Jude Bellingham, which Jürgen Klopp identified as the top priority. But while Bellingham and his father were convinced that moving with Mark to Merseyside was the ideal next step in his career, complete agreement was not reached at the time. Eventually, the midfielder stayed with Borussia Dortmund, taking his performance to a new level for the club and country this season. This has further increased the price tag and the interest in him and means Liverpool face an even bigger battle to win the race for him next year. Klopp is still pushing hard for a deal behind the scenes, and there's no doubt that Bellingham is the answer to the midfield problems that have plagued his aging team this season. News in Germany this week indicated that Liverpool is in pole position to sign Bellingham despite intense interest from rival clubs such as Real Madrid, Manchester City and Chelsea. Liverpool have been busy behind the scenes to build a strong relationship with Bellingham's camp and have made broad progress on what the club record deal will be. His father, Mark Bellingham, plays a key role in guiding his superstar son's career, and many sources say he is far more influential than managers or intermediaries. Bellingham believes Liverpool will be a great fit for his son, but next season's Champions League qualification will be critical in the final decision. Borussia Dortmund is expected to allow Bellingham to potentially leave even in January, but a summer transfer is considered more likely at this stage. The German club has been unable to make progress in securing the midfielder for a contract extension, and his current contract will expire in the summer of 2025. His valuation has risen to over £100 million, and that could rise even more if he maintains his dazzling form in the later stages of the World Cup. Bellingham has been described by the Liverpool recruiting team as a dynamic central midfielder who can take the team to the next level. But the Merseysiders realise that Bellingham's perfection and star form only further complicates what was already an extremely complex transfer. Bellingham had an outstanding 2021-2022 campaign, scoring 6 goals and 14 assists in 44 games across all competitions. He carried this form into the new season for his club in a more advanced role, often working on the right side of midfield. But his versatility and caliber allow him to play many positions in the midfield. He can play in a central double and number 8. The English player has made an impressive performance for Dortmund this season with 9 goals and 3 assists in 22 appearances in all competitions. He also shone in a more advanced role for England in midfield alongside Declan Rice and Jordan Henderson. Jude Bellingham's signature won't be easy, of course, but the Reds' battle for him in the background is truly impressive. It would be quite surprising if Jude Bellingham and his family were not affected by this. According to reports recently, the player's family wants him to continue his career at Liverpool. He also thinks he can lead the Reds at Jude Bellingham. We'll see what happens to the English star in the World Cup, but it certainly won't come at a cheap price. Luis Diaz is having surgery. Luis Diaz will reportedly undergo surgery after his injury at Liverpool. The winger left the Reds training camp in Dubai after having trouble returning from a knee injury. Diaz has been sidelined since October after being forced out of the game in Liverpool's 3-2 loss to Arsenal. The Colombian international has returned to England for further consideration. And now it's reported by Pepe Sierra, journalist for Colombia-based Win Sports, that Diaz will have surgery today. And it is rumored that the former Porto forward will not play again until March. Sierra said, Luis Diaz will have surgery tomorrow to recover from a lateral collateral ligament injury in the knee. He expects the Liverpool Colombian to play again in March. The news from the Colombian will certainly make Jürgen Klopp unhappy. The star made a good impression for Liverpool when he joined the team from Porto last January. He adapted seamlessly to Jürgen Klopp's side, which is something few new players have accomplished. From the moment Diaz arrived, as if he had been at Liverpool for many years, he kept playing and continued to improve his performance. During the Reds' stuttering start to the 2022-2023 Premier League campaign, Diaz was one of the rare consistent players before his devastating blow against Arsenal. The 25-year-old has scored 10 goals and recorded 6 assists in 38 games for Liverpool. Losing him unfortunately this season has not been good news for Liverpool.